All right.
So are you ready?
Audio. Clap. Sync time. Okay. Go ahead.
Should I put Jawan Jennings over here?
All right. We're starting. All right. Who's got the first question, motherfuckers? Like,
Who wants to go first? Me? I'll go first. What's up? What's up with you trying to sugarcoat Ayuk like he's not one of the worst receivers on your team right now? That kind of bums me out.
actually,
He's
I
not producing very well. You know, 4 points, 8 points, 9 points. So what's up with that? That's a good start.
Yeah, he was also wide open down the middle, later in the game. Brock missed him completely. So he was one play away from completely turning that around. He actually was one of the more optimistic situations on my team. Everybody else kind of just shit the bed. Like fucking CD, crybaby ass, can't do shit. Fucking.
So just follow up with the whole receiver core. Do you think now that Darnell Mooney has now scored a total of 32 points, he might be seeing the starting lineup now?
Actually, that's a good point. He is a good flex. I should be considering putting him in the lineup. It's a little hard, with his background, but he has an increased fucking target percentage every week. So, and snap share. So, you're right. That's a good point. Thanks for the advice. The lowest score 2 weeks in a row. I'm really taking this to heart.
Takes one to know one. Glad I got your back.
Right.
I'm good for now. Anyone else want to take the floor?
Yeah, let's not forget that you were saved last second by a fucking Jamar Chase long ass touchdown to not put you in this seat right now. There's a couple reasons that
I'm having a pretty forgettable season. It feels like
you should be thankful. You should be thankful for me giving you a break this week. All right, I just want to say that. All right, next question.
I'll take one. So there was a lot of hype around this tight end premium coming into the season, and you made some particular moves for it. I have to ask, after Kyle Pitts in particular, you could also mention Travis, not having great seasons so far, as those moves you kind of start looking back on now with a bit of regret, especially the Kyle Pitts trade? Or are you...
I regret the Kyle Pitts trade 1,000%. Everybody who has ever owned Kyle Pitts knows how painful it is, and I don't know why I decided to jump on board the train. This was a terrible idea. I think he's one of the fucking worst. He's still like tied into 8 or something right now with the scoring, so he actually hasn't been awful, but I don't think he's ever going to be great. I think he's just always going to be not awful. So it's fucking the rest of his career. I do regret that trade, yeah. But the other 2 tight ends, Laporta and Kelsey, they'll come back. Maybe Kelsey later in the season. I'm not worried about it. Let's not forget that I was the 7th worst record last year, and I still came out and whooped all y'all in the playoffs. So,
thank you for that.
So, Travis Swift sucks ass. Do you have any plans on breaking up, getting in between that relationship? Maybe we get Travis Kelce back?
Yeah, that would be pretty great, actually, But I think a breakup is the last thing we need, because that would really get his mind off of what's going on the field. And God damn it, like, I need them to start throwing the ball to Travis. I don't care how old he is. Like, that dude needs to be out there. He could take some hits. Come on.
So Pat Mahomes kind of sucks and has been quite underwhelming. He's been outplayed by both Dak and Kyler. Have you thought about benching Kermit the Frog for Dakota Prescott? Prescott, rather.
I'll admit I was on the fence 2 weeks in a row now, but I still had to stick with my first round pick. Like, it was really hard to bench him, but he actually has found the bench this week, and Kyler Murray will be starting as he takes on the fucking Commanders. Like, easy, 30 points coming in. First time Mahomes has caught the bench since I drafted him, probably first time in like 4 years. It's hard, but I've been accepted that he just too good at winning the game, so we don't really care, and he doesn't get that many fantasy points, so he needs to catch the pitch.
I'll go again.
I'll take it.
Oh, go ahead, James.
You can have it.
No, go ahead.
All right. Well, so you are our defending reigning champion. So it's much easier to notice when you come out and you start 2-4, I believe. If my memory serves me right, you are in the bottom half of both points forced and points allowed. Are we hitting the panic button yet, or are we rocking with the squad?
Not. I don't think it's too bad. I think we'll turn it around. This week actually is probably going to be a pretty strong showing. I'm pretty confident in the boys this week. I think we'll bounce back. America's team will be in full shape by midseason for sure. Like, I'm not that worried at all. But, smaller playoffs, 4 teams, we might have to make some adjustments if the slump keeps going. But I feel like we'll turn it around. I'm pretty confident.
So, Caleb, if there was a trolley coming down the tracks and you could flip a switch to change the direction, and one track had Pat Mahomes and Breece Hall, and the other had 10 of your closest family and friends, which one would you choose?
This is a very tough question. The trolley question always gets me. It's very conflicting. I hate these kind of moral dilemmas, so I'm not for them. But I think I would choose 10 of my closest family and friends. I think keeping the reigning, you guys will understand once you finally have a ring, but you just got to keep it going at all costs. So excited to get the 2P or potentially be welcoming one of you guys to the club this year. So
He just said he'd kill us all.
I would kill you all, yeah, for having Breece Hall. Sorry.
So, as I predicted in the preseason, Rachaad White is a bum. He was a volume merchant, and he's now losing his volume to Bucky Irving. Do you regret that trade?
I think the bright side, I think maybe he could be all right, but the bright side is that I only gave up George Pickens, so I gave up another bum, realistically. He's flashed off a little bit, but I still think he's just, doomed for failure, diva, locker room mess, But do I regret the trade? Maybe a little. I regret ripping my running back room apart from last year. So I think there's a lot of trades that I regret if we really sit there and nitpick. I do, yeah. I traded him for George Pickens, yeah.
A little chime in from Franklin.
So with that being said, does that mean we're going to be seeing more of Singletary? With the whopping 42.5 points throughout three weeks. You think he's probably going to not do good on your bench for once? Is that a possibility? The question wasn't even that bad. It was just a question. Jeez. God.
I bet his phone died.
He's
back.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Fucking ducking questions.
Phone died. I'm unaware of how low my battery was.
Speaking of low battery, I think we're at a whopping 9%.
Fuck.
Ooh.
So we got time.
What was the question? Devin Singletary.
Long story short, basically, are we going to be able to see Singletary succeed anywhere but the bench?
He's actually starting this week. Granted, after the performance last week, we all know what that means. He's just going to fucking drop the ball and get probably a 0. But we'll see. The Cowboys are the fucking worst rushing defense in the league right now. So maybe Singletary.
I'm seeing big numbers in your future, sir, on that game. I think for once, after leaving about 89 points on the bench last week, you're making a good call.
Yeah. Least efficient manager in the league right now. 267% weeks in a row.
So my question is, you said that you're not ready to hit the panic button, but you're already talking about all these starting lineup changes that you're making, including benching your first overall pick in the league. Is this just some panic from being lowest scorer, or some panic that you're going up against the second highest scorer in the league this week, who's also coming off a heartbreaking loss?
Whoa, not second.
And throughout the 3 weeks, Frank, the Coop Club clan has 468 points for third highest. My apologies, third highest scoring team throughout the 3 weeks of this league. Is
Yeah.
this just panic button that you're going against a high flying offense, or
Truthfully, I didn't even know I was playing against you this week. I haven't even looked at my opponent. And just making substitutions to my lineup to who I think is going to score the most points. My lineup each week. So, I've been sticking with my boys who I've thought are the best going into the season, but small sample size, haven't been able to make adjustments, and this is just the I have. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
But now that I found out that I assume you opponent, good luck this week. I really think it's going to be a tough one for you. Maybe another heartbreaker. Oh, sheesh. Last question, anyone?
No. We got more. You made a statement to the media, Caleb, that you said depth is overrated, but only 2 injuries, one to Puka Nacua and one to Joe Mixon, has you scrambling and starting Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
What say you about that comment?
Devin Singletary.
You're
is the
also 2 and 4. I needed to add that in. I have that noted down as well.
I'm what?
You're also 2 and 4 off of 2 injuries.
I had to mention that as well.
Yeah, if you paid attention to the losses, though, this last one was bad. Everybody underperformed. This one was a true loss. That was definitely deserved. But the one before that was a close heartbreaker. We had a couple touchdowns go down in the red zone. Not quite there, not quite make it. A few almost there plays. So I'm gonna chalk the first one up to luck, the second one up to performance. You see another week, then we'll be talking. This happens another week, and then I'll be worried. Then we'll
Follow up question: are you more of a fan of the summertime or the wintertime?
Wintertime.
Okay. This is my last question. It actually comes from Spencer. This is quote from Spencer. Why does your team suck when they're not supposed to?
Riveting.
Maybe the real answer is we are supposed to, because we're gonna turn it around. Everybody sucks in the beginning. We always say first one to count. So I don't actually want that to be the case here, because then I'd be 0-4. But
imagine doing that.
Yeah, we'll say first 3 don't count.
Hey, we're 3 in.
Yeah, I ain't worried. Worst case scenario, I don't do good, and Sankey gets a high draft pick this year because I don't have my first, or any of my picks. I don't think. Next question.
I'm out of questions.
I'm also out of questions.
I'm out.
I'm out of questions.
Yeah.
I guess
closing
we're just a
remarks?
statement, though. We can at least say, you got Brees Hall. He's a dog. He's the only one that is good.
Yeah, you chose him over us.
I gotta admit, we're a Brees Hall fan over here.
Yeah.
Hey, Wichita Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Closing
That's
statement.
all I got.
Closing statement. We're not worried. I shouldn't be here. Andrew, can't wait to talk to you again next week. That's all I got for you. Good luck the rest of the season. Hopefully I'm never here again.
Yeah, well, we've all said that before.
Well, we're still in training camp. Remember, half of my team has been holding out because they are getting such big contracts.
Mine's made of paper, wet paper. I have a wet paper team.
You could trade me that paper.
You have one guy with Achilles tendonitis who is fucking halfway across the world right